Our story begins at the White Demon's castle. Under a grand moonlit sky, a woman floats above the castle while a visibly exhausted man stands below. White Demon Saint Shanbai, your failure in this mission has put me in a very bad mood, so I'm sending you to hell now, she declares. Ah, calm down, Lady of Darkness. Please reconsider. I'll do it right. Just give me another chance, he pleads. Humans like you have no right to ask for such an opportunity. You and your magical white castle will be completely obliterated by my darkness. Her dark magic starts corrupting the castle, destroying it as if it were made of Lego. The man, wielding his sword, tries to resist, but it's difficult. He thinks, I've completed hundreds of tasks for her, but because of one failure, she's ending me. Is it just because I'm a mere human? No, I refuse. I can't accept this. We see that half of his body is already consumed by darkness. Helois, you filthy __, I'll end you, he shouts, flipping her off. She simply steps on his body, sinking his remains into eternal darkness. But he still had a necklace with him, an hourglass necklace that seems to be activated by reversal magic. Ah, go to hell, huh? Where am I? Wasn't I supposed to be dead now? Wait, this is my old school dormitory. How did I end up here? Hold on, didn't Helois kill me? No, she did kill me. What I felt was very real. Wait, my hourglass. I got this hourglass 20 years after the arrival of the universal will, when the judgment began. It's the most unique item I've ever seen. It can't display any attributes, and it can't be destroyed. That's why I always kept it with me. I remembered the sand was at the bottom, but it wouldn't flow the same way if it was upside down. But now, the sand is at the top of the hourglass. That's it. The sand is going up. Reversing time. Today is June 5th, 2023, 10 days before the arrival of the universal judgment. In 10 days, on June 15th, the universal will officially begin its judgment. Over 90% of humanity will die that day, and the dead humans will turn into zombies and other disgusting creatures. None of the weapons humans created will work against them, and the majority of the humans who managed to resist will fall that same night. However, there were those who survived with some kind of ability. Thanks to the universal will, many magical items and powers came along with the universal will, and these good things that happened to humans attracted gods who controlled the rules of the universe. These gods cannot interfere with our path, not directly, but they can offer some benefits to humans, offer their protection. In my past life, I wasn't strong enough to go on alone, so I joined Helois. Desperately, I accepted all the missions she gave me, trying to strengthen myself, but I never thought she would betray me this way just because of one failure. When he looks at his phone, he sees news about people infected by a virus that looks like zombies. This is the time. I need to get strong enough not to depend on any god. I will destroy everything in my way. I will crush all these damned gods. Wait for me. Helois. 10 years after the great challenge of the universe began, someone discovered how to strengthen their innate abilities. This person said that 10 days before the judgment, the innate abilities really become effective, and if someone discovers how to use them, they can upgrade them over time. In my past life, my ability was resistance to the Rainier virus, and according to this method, I can strengthen my ability. I need the virus for that. These noticeable symptoms are really strange. I think he's just pretending he's in a movie or something, he thinks, while taking advantage of them, leaving the room to sneak into the ward. Inside, he sees a guy tied up with purple veins bulging from his face. Indeed, there's a zombie in front of me. To train my virus resistance ability, my innate ability, I need this virus. He injects the needle into the zombie's vein, drawing the virus into the syringe. This should be enough to activate my ability, he says. Back in the dormitory, he thinks, all right, there's no one here in the dorm. I guess I'll stay here all night. He takes the syringe out of his pocket. If my theory is wrong, I could die here and now, but forget it. I need my revenge. In my past life, I suffered a lot because I was weak. He injects more and more of the virus into his own body. If I awaken with the Rainier ability again, my future will be the same, and I won't have any opportunities. If I don't start now, I'll remain weak. I need to get strong or die trying. Our protagonist collapses to the floor, and in his mind, he imagines Helois again. Oh, Chenbai, give up on your resistance and embrace the darkness. A mere human like you can be part of my darkness. I won't let you. Helois, I'll end you, no matter what it takes. In the early morning, our protagonist wakes up, feeling strange. When he turns around, he looks like a zombie, covered in blood and purple veins. His dorm mates are completely terrified. Hey, man, what's happening to you? Our protagonist seems to regain control of his body. He stands still for a moment, staring at his friends. Hey, guys, you're back. I'm going to wash my face, all right? His friends remain suspicious. He quietly enters the bathroom, looks at himself in the mirror, and smiles. It worked. My theory was correct. The zombie virus didn't kill me, and my innate ability has successfully evolved. I wonder what level it's at now. As he says this, the famous system appears to him. Tim, congratulations congratulations on becoming a pioneer, receiving the title of Pioneer of Advanced Innate Abilities. What? That's the voice of the universal will? I've awakened. He opens the title interface. His title is Pioneer, and those who discover, utilize, and train their abilities before the test begins can possess this title. All attributes increase by 5%. Experience gain increases by 10%, and the attribute panel can be awakened early. Percentage increase. This title is perfect, and I also have my innate ability panel now. He sees that he possesses the Virus Monarch ability panel, rank SSS. It explains that the Virus Monarch is the most powerful ability of the virus element. This ability can absorb, utilize, manipulate, transform, and create viruses, but currently, he can only absorb the virus to become stronger. He needs many viruses to evolve. The hospital is the best place to get these viruses. In the next scene, he stands in front of a hospital, witnessing a chaotic scene, people running and zombies chasing them. He thinks, zombies. Oh, now I remember. In my past life, I heard people saying there were strange incidents in the city's hospitals, and one of them was at Sealed Hospital. This must be Sealed Hospital. Looks like I arrived just in time. He charges at the first zombie, easily knocking it down. He uses the Virus Monarch ability, Virus Absorption, and a purple energy begins to flow through the zombie's face. He has absorbed the zombie virus, gaining 1 virus point. Facing the rest, he declares, "Today, none of you will escape." Meanwhile, on the 4th floor of the hospital, a survivor is locked in a room. It's the end of the world. This door won't hold for much longer. There's no way out. I'm going to die. There was another person with him, a nurse. What do we do? Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, what's wrong with you? If we're going to die, why not have some fun? Huh? What kind of thing are you saying? Doctor. At that moment, the zombie breaks down the door, and the doctor is the first to be attacked. The scoundrel grabs the woman's arm and throws her at the zombie, so she gets attacked first. He thinks that if he jumps from the 4th floor window, he might survive, but a zombie pushes him, and he dies right there without needing to fall. Several minutes later, there are many dead zombies scattered throughout the hospital. Our protagonist eventually finds the nurse already transformed into a zombie. Oh, she must be a nurse. Looks like she got bitten. I think there's still time. The military will arrive soon to seal the hospital. I need someone who knows the hospital corridors to guide me the right way. I'll try to suck all the virus out of her body to see if I can stop the transformation. While he absorbs the virus, she suddenly opens her eyes. Look at that. It seems to have worked, she says as she stands up, startled. Oh, thank you so much. It seems you lost your consciousness. I know what happened. I'll need your help now, okay? No problem. But I'd like to change my clothes first. No, woman, let's go. I need the virus. In the hospital lab. Oh, here in the hospital lab is where most of the viruses are. Basically, all the samples from our patients. This should be enough. What are you going to do? Quiet. He uses the virus absorption ability. Virus absorption. Various messages appear as he absorbs different viruses. He absorbs the hepatitis virus, influenza, herpes, and even HIV. Okay? Everything absorbed here. I've just strengthened the virus I already had with these others. It seems that right now, it's more beneficial to strengthen my body. My physique will be better now. The dark light virus. The zombie virus will evolve into dark light. All attributes increase by 10%. Self-healing capacity increases by 200%, and I gain the ability to evolve and devour. Dark light. That's what I should evolve. Ah, there are zombies coming through the door. Don't move. Stay here. He quickly goes towards the zombie, grabs it by the neck, and thinks, much faster, much stronger. It seems the zombie virus really strengthened me. This is a good opportunity to test my new ability on you, Mr. Zombie. Several black tentacles begin to rise up the zombie's neck, completely rooting it and tearing its flesh and skin until it forms a cocoon in the protagonist's hand. The roots and tentacles enter his hand. Look at that. Very good. This absorption was quite fast. What did you just do? What's wrong? You just saved me. I trust you won't hurt me. I'll keep your secret. All right. My name is Chen Bai. Ah, Suzanne. What an annoying sound. It seems the military police are here to seal the hospital and clear out all the zombies. We need to get out of here quickly. Take me to the rooftop. You know where it is, don't you? Can't we just leave here? Aren't they just zombies? But I don't have time to be interrogated by anyone. Just then, a very different and transformed zombie appears before them. Ah, crap. This is bad. The creature is so large it blocks the entire hallway and charges at them, roaring. Now it's the two of them against this huge zombie, and the protagonist is injured by it. Interesting. I've just encountered a mutant. Let's see what kind of evolution I'll get in dark light after absorbing its virus. The mutant attacks again, but this time the protagonist skillfully dodges and slams the mutant's face into the ground. He almost gets hit but evades in midair, grabbing some zombie corpses to absorb their viruses. It seems its physical quality is much better than mine. He wraps his hand with black tentacles and strikes the mutant's stomach, throwing it against the wall. The creature is pinned to the wall with a hole in its chest. But that wasn't enough. The mutant stands up, even more furious, and continues to heal. I need to finish it off once and for all. Meanwhile, Suzin is banging on the emergency glass and grabs an axe. Catch, Chen Bai. She throws the axe at him. The mutant attacks simultaneously, forcing him to dodge the clawed attack. Luckily, he catches the axe in midair. Let's end this now. He rips open the mutant's chest, and they both engage in a rapid sequence of blows, trying to hit each other. The protagonist prepares for a powerful strike, but as the mutant approaches, he drops the axe. For some reason, the mutant falls to its knees. I'm surprised you lasted this long. He stomps on the mutant's head. You shouldn't leave your wounds exposed like that. The mutant, enraged by the taunt, pins the protagonist to the wall. He spits out a lot of blood, and Suzin is desperate at what she sees. The axe falls from her hand, and the protagonist thinks, when you're on the brink of death, you have no choice but to fight to survive, right? You seem to have gotten quite strong, but now, about to die, you want to tear me in half. As he says this, the mutant realizes that the protagonist had planned everything. Tentacles emerge from the protagonist's chest and begin to entangle the mutant's arm. Devour and evolve. Are you scared now? The protagonist begins to completely entangle the mutant with his tentacles. It's too late for you, mutant. As he consumes and devours the mutant, the nurse comments, well done, I guess. The system indicates that the devouring is complete. Mutant consumed, and the dark light virus is now transforming. He gains the power of that mutant with bone claws. Devour to evolve. Dark light virus. It seems choosing you was really the right choice. Just then, the military police approach. Hey, those are live people. Hands up. I'll count to 3, and if we get there, we'll shoot. 3, 2. We better go now. Fire. They start shooting at the protagonist, who runs off with the nurse. That passage there leads to the rooftop. The protagonist takes several bullets in the back as he runs. Chen Bai, you've been shot. I know. Stop talking and don't get in my way. They finally reach the rooftop. Chen Bai kicks the door open. Where do you live? In the North District, Lambai Street. Why? All right. He holds her in his arms and takes a giant leap, leaving the building with the nurse clinging to him. On the nurse's street, the bathroom is over there. I'll let you heal your wounds, all right? It's fine. The bullet didn't stay in my flesh. I'm almost healed. No, I need to take a look at this, okay? If you insist. Later, at the nurse's house. Look, there are still some wounds here, and it seems your chest and stomach aren't completely healed yet. She feels embarrassed seeing the protagonist shirtless. I'm thinking if I eat something, I might recover. What do you think? Would you like to sacrifice yourself for me? I know you're not going to eat me. If you wanted to, you would have done it already. You're wrong. I might not have devoured you before because the environment wasn't right. He rips her clothes. We don't need to show this scene, but while they are in the bathroom, his phone starts beeping with several messages from his dorm mates asking if he's dead since he went to the hospital that was attacked. In the next scene, the protagonist is back on the street. These strange things happened in Jiansheng before the challenge began. The sealed hospital, that suburban bombing, that damned monster slaughterhouse. I don't know much about these 3 events. I couldn't get much information from the past after the Universal will arrived, and it seems no one really cares about these news. Ugh, you're giving me a headache. Just then, someone calls him. It's Suzin. Suzin, I'm buying breakfast. I'll be back soon. What is it? Chen, 2 people showed up here looking for you, saying someone named Songji wants to see you. What? Songji? They didn't seem like good people to me. This Songji wants to see you. It's probably a setup. They're trying to charge you for something. Songji? She's the queen of Jiansheng. What should I do? They're at the door. I hope they're not lying. Let them in. Okay, the protagonist remembers that Songji, the queen of the area, is the mother of one of his classmates. Interesting. It seems the young one came to see her mother, and since Songji managed to find where Suzin lives, she must know something. Looks like I need to have a word with her, and he's heading right now to the suburban frozen warehouse where Songji is. Through legitimate and somewhat illegal efforts, she became the richest person in Zhongcheng. After the arrival of the judgment and the universal will, she awakened with an A-level talent, quickly building her own power. Eventually, she had to compete with others for territory, and, with merit, managed to become the queen of Zhongcheng. She was someone I couldn't even compare to in my past life, but now things are different, and I can recruit her to my side. I have much more to do than I expected in this interval before the challenge arrives. He has already arrived to meet the queen. Miss Song Zikyong, Chen Bai is here. Chen Bai, I apologize for making you come all the way here, but I couldn't miss this opportunity, could I? So, you are Song Ji, the queen of Zhongcheng. Is this about me? Actually, I called you because my daughter Xiao Ji came home saying you were out of contact inside that hospital and asked me to help you. I wanted to meet you today because you're the kind of man who can make my daughter so nervous, and I'd like to see what's so charming about you. Alright, but let's get straight to the point. point. What do you want? Songji, you're quite direct, aren't you? So, I'll keep up with your pace. I want you to be mine. But if you also like my daughter, being my son-in-law isn't out of the question. And do you have a reason to want me by your side? Seeing your heroic performance at the hospital, anyone would develop feelings, wouldn't they? Hospital? I destroyed all the security cameras in that hospital. How do you know? How did you find me so quickly? Oh boy, you shouldn't underestimate Auntie Song. From the moment you were in the lobby to the monitoring room, my people were tracking you. And conveniently, I had a contact inside the hospital. We see a series of messages from someone named Aylin, who sent everything to her. She also took this photo here. In fact, I was quite lucky to find you among the survivors extracted from isolation by the troops this morning. I found one of your friend Suzin's colleagues, who is quite familiar. Have you heard the name Aylin? Aylin, the protagonist, has a flashback to the previous night, remembering a guy in the bathroom. Wasn't there a guy named Aylin in the bathroom? The guy not only tried to abuse you, but threw you at the zombies as well. And after doing that, he tried to jump out the window, but was pulled and smashed into the glass. Are you saying that guy was still alive for a short time? I hope he died. I hate him so much. But now I'm feeling much better. We move to more scenes that we don't need to show, obviously. So, Auntie Song, can you tell me who survived from there? Become my man, and I'll tell you. What? You're underestimating me. Auntie Song, it's true. With this little information I have, I can't know the limits of your ability. No, you got it all wrong. This means you know very little about me. If you knew more, you'd understand I can't be your man, but I can make you mine. He shows his claws. This is the mutation of the zombie virus. Wrong answer. Be my woman, and I'll tell you. What do you say? You're underestimating me. Chenbai, you can't win me over with just a pair of claws. Besides, you already have a young nurse for yourself, don't you? Not interested in an old aunt like me. But who wouldn't be tempted by a beautiful woman like you? Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, at least in these days before the apocalypse. There's a lot more you can do for me. Already calling it an apocalypse with these few zombies appearing. Zombies? No, they're not a problem. They're just my warm-up. Warm-up? It seems you know a lot more than you let on. You're not easy, are you? Let's cooperate then. Information for information. Looks like conquering the Queen of Zhongcheng isn't the easiest thing to do. Of course not. They seal the deal right there. I have yet to meet a man who can conquer me. Keep up the good work. Chenbai. Suddenly, they hear gunfire outside. Gunfire? What's going on out there? Last night, the military commander sent a captain to negotiate with me. They required some refrigerated warehouses to store live zombies and some survivors from the hospital. The weapon must be theirs, but what went wrong? There are only 30 zombies locked in there. They shouldn't even be moving in the cold. Besides, they put half a military platoon. The protagonist thinks, I didn't expect the discovery of zombies to happen so quickly. Thinking that extreme cold can combat them is a good hypothesis, but they don't know that extreme conditions make zombies mutate much more easily. Refrigerated warehouse, mutant zombies. This must be the site of the suburban bombing. Song, we need to go there. Let's move. He thinks, excellent. I'm going to get a really good mutation now. They see the military police fighting a very ugly creature that appears to be a huge mutant. One of the officers throws a grenade, but the explosion has no effect on the mutant. It's truly hideous, with multiple bubbles, horns, and faces scattered across its body. Captain Zhao, the supreme commander of the police, is desperate. Our weapons can't deal effective damage. Everyone form groups with those around you and spread out to shoot the monsters separately. We need to hold out until reinforcements arrive. Captain, relax. Tell your men to stop shooting and retreat. Chief Song, but why? Because you can't hurt that mountain of flesh in front of you. Tell your men to retreat, and you won't have any more casualties. Their job now is to protect the warehouse staff and hospital survivors and get them out of here. That's impossible, ma'am. This monster is too fast for anyone to escape. Someone needs to contain it. A young woman is about to be attacked by the monster. Captain, do as I said. Don't worry about the monster. Someone's already taking care of it. The one who saves the girl is our protagonist, who grips the mutant's arm completely with his claws in a simple grab. I almost got thrown away. It seems this mutant has grown so much that brute force won't handle it. He confronts the mutant, climbing its arm and slicing it with his claws, making the mutant increasingly enraged. He dodges a massive punch from the mutant. What is this? You just created a monster, miss. What are you talking about? Captain, that person is just my partner. The place where the mutant pierced and the protagonist entered was one of the cold storage warehouses. He steps on a pile of steaks. Better not eat. You're losing. It tastes so good. Chen Bai starts devouring all the meat to evolve his ability, making the mutant even more furious. In the cold storage, the protagonist finishes what he had to do, and the system indicates that the devouring is complete. He consumed a large amount of frozen steaks, and his dark light evolved, increasing his strength and resistance. It's really high-quality meat. Not only did it restore my energy, but it also evolved me. The mutant tries to replenish itself with the meat as well, but it's exhausted from chasing the protagonist. It's your time to die now. He turns just in time to see the attack coming, but he takes the hit square in the face. Chen Bai flies toward the mutant's face and starts tearing and piercing its flesh. The mutant tries to fight back, but Chen Bai anticipated this and grabs the mutant's arms with his tentacles. Devour to evolve. The tentacles connect to the mutant's flesh. No, that's not a person. Now, both monsters are completely immobilized. Then a police officer grabs his radio and says, "Reinforcements have arrived. I need a coordinated missile strike." But the queen, Song Ji, taps him on the shoulder to get his attention. "Stay calm and think carefully. That one is helping us. He just saved your life. Don't be stupid and make things worse for everyone here." The next scene is 10 minutes later, with various weapons aimed at the situation. Our protagonist is surrounded by a barricade and several police officers with shields and rifles pointed at him. "All units, load your weapons." "Captain, no, don't forget what I said. I know. If he doesn't attack, I won't attack." Meanwhile, Chen Bai is concentrating on the system to evolve his viruses. The system alerts. First acquisition of the Mountain of Flesh zombie variant. Primary strength form gained 500 virus points. New virus monarch talent unlocked. Rare devoured mutant virus injection. Strength type flesh. First stage, Mountain of Flesh. All dark light virus abilities have been greatly enhanced. Our protagonist begins to test his new claws, which are now enormous. Another system message says, decompose to obtain Mountain of Flesh. Strength form heavy hammer ability. He transforms his large claw into a massive fist. Indeed, a significant evolution has occurred here. The heavy hammer can be very powerful, but unfortunately, I can't test it right now. Today's biggest gain was just a coincidence. But out of curiosity, did you just record me killing the Mountain of Flesh? I'm sorry. It's a professional habit. If you want, I can delete it. No, keep it. But don't send it to anyone. I have a use for it. All right. Of course, Mr. Chen Bai, the district military commander, Commander Huang, approaches. "I hope you can explain everything you know to the military." Our protagonist realizes that he is speaking to him and remembers who this person is. Commander Huang, a name hard to forget. When the Great Challenge began, he started enslaving some of the weaker awakened and treated them like pigs. Initially, he used patriotism and a heroic sense of saving people to attract them, but later he just began to beat and insult people. Those who were there were nearly starving and couldn't even fight back. The most ridiculous part was that anyone who managed to escape was accused of treason and executed. This forced me to leave Zhongcheng. So, Auntie Song, should I explain to them? Of course not. Don't worry about it. I'll handle this case. Mr. Chen Bai, Miss Song, I hope you understand the importance of your duty as citizens. Duty? My ass. Stop talking as if you're an officer. You're just a platoon commander, not qualified to speak to me like that. Tell this to your superior, and if he has any issues, he can come deal with me personally. This left the platoon commander completely speechless. Another soldier approached to inform him of a problem elsewhere. Is the person causing trouble among the isolated people someone named Liu Feng? Is that true, soldier? Yes, sir. Actually, Liu Feng is the one causing the most trouble. Platoon leader, I want to see Liu Feng. Soldier, bring him here. Yes, sir. The platoon leader brought Liu Feng, who defended himself. What are you doing? My father finally called me. My father is the vice president of Rainong Hospital. Our protagonist touches his shoulder and uses the virus injection ability. Ah, I've been looking for you. Someone asked me to pass on a message. Huh? Who? Last night. In bed. Su Zin told me everything you did to her. She wants to see you dead. How do you know? She's dead. Everyone, step back. This guy is about to turn into a zombie. Huh? A zombie? Kid, are you messing with me? Are you mocking me? Ah, Su Zin, that wretch. She tricked you, didn't she? You're dead, kid. Midway, Liu Feng starts to transform. When he jumps at our protagonist, he's already fully turned into a zombie. This was just an excuse to test his new ability. He uses the heavy hammer hand and simply obliterates Liu Feng, leaving nothing behind. Our protagonist thinks, not bad, much more powerful than I expected. The officer, seeing this, obviously thinks our protagonist is a superhuman. Chief Song, you did well. Now, if you want, I can give you the information you wanted earlier. Chen Bai, your Song Zikyong now? Alright? I don't think it's good for me to just be your partner, you know? There are still opportunities for those who want to be with you. It depends a lot on your value and performance. In the next scene, they're inside a car. The journalists, our protagonist, the queen, and the queen's companion are all there. Well, we're going at the right time. Why don't you stay for dinner at my house? Mr. Chen, please, don't disturb me until we get to your house. I need to concentrate for a bit. Our protagonist thinks, well, it's time for the lottery draw. Let's see if there are any good rewards for defeating the Mountain of Flesh. Open inventory. Look at that. Surprising. 2 skill books. Looks like I'm in luck. Huh. A system message appears explaining a skill called Bloodthirsty Frenzy. It's an ability that increases all attributes by 3 for 10 minutes and can only be used once per day. During the recovery period, all your attributes decrease by 50%. For me, this isn't worth it at all. The second skill is Passive Muscle Enhancement, which greatly increases muscle mass and doubles the growth rate of strength and constitution. This won't work either. From what I know, in my past life, anyone who used this became so muscular they couldn't even move properly. Although it's not useful for me, 2 skill books in the first stage of the test are very valuable. Whether for building a faction or gathering people, it's quite useful. Speaking of building a faction, I think I should start planning. The reward for killing the mountain of flesh was 6 gold coins. That's enough to create a group chat. I can use this group chat to gather various pioneers like myself. Then we'll have a solid base for when the universal will arrive. In my previous life, in the later stages of the challenge, factions became very complex and hard to gather. So starting with the group now is crucial. The system notifies him that he is creating group chat number 1 and needs to give it a name, but he just cancels the name and leaves it as group chat Zezunwa. Helois, I will rebuild my white demonic castle and transform it into a divine kingdom. And you, Helois, will turn to dust beneath my feet. 3 hours later, at Song Zikyung's private estate. So, you're saying that in the challenge, 90% of the population will turn into monsters and firearms and electronic devices won't work. That's all I can tell you for now. It's enough to give you an advantage, isn't it? No, it's not. Let's get straight to the point. How can I become your partner? First, ability. I don't want useless people. Second, loyalty. Absolute loyalty to your master. Loyalty I can provide. As for ability, I believe I am qualified. Influence, money, status. Everyone in Zhongcheng knows me. But you know that the values and rules during the challenge will be completely new, right? Your current status won't mean anything once the chaos begins. And he knows that in the past life, she fared very poorly. What's the difference between being your loyal dog and a toy elsewhere? The difference is that you'll always be able to give your best and show all your strength. And your master won't be afraid of it because I am stronger and will always be stronger than you. I feel that if I hesitate any longer, I'll miss a very important opportunity. I am at your service, master. She kneels before our protagonist. I must say, your reputation and status make the emotional value you can provide very high. It's very exciting, and even more so, you are charm personified. I also have some tasks for you to handle. Suddenly, the other two receive messages in the group our protagonist created. Group chat 1. The queen sends, Chinger, ask Luli to send you the video of Chen Bai and then take her home. She's been through a lot these days, so she needs to rest. After that, find someone to keep Chen Bai's posts prominently displayed on major forums and social media. The title of the post will be To the Pioneers with the Pioneer ID of the White Empire. But in reality, it was our protagonist using her phone to write these messages. The other immediately starts talking about taking the journalist home because that's what the queen said. Yes, of course, I need to rest. I almost died at the hands of zombies yesterday and today, but the first time was much worse. I'm not sure why. Did I accept the possibility of death then? Or was it because Chen Bai protected me? While the protagonist is holding the queen's phone, her daughter starts calling. Look at that. Song Ji is calling me. Hi, Mom. Chinger said you need me to be home. What's going on? Huh? It's me, Chen Bai. Chen Bai, what are you doing with my mother's phone? And where is she? She's busy working and eating. There's a lot to do. I want you to be here soon so we can talk. Alright, but I've sent you several messages and you haven't replied. He hangs up on her. Damn it. Chen Bai, I'll make you kneel before me. I will. Master, can you protect my daughter too? She has little ability and is very indulgent. But if you work hard, I promise to protect her from all the monsters. Thank you, Master. Back at the secret warehouse. You're not being fooled by Chen Bai, are you? Mom, how can you believe something so absurd? I stopped looking for him last night because of this. When you get out of the car, don't say anything. Mr. Chen, with the information I had, I visited all the places rumored to have zombies and monsters throughout the city yesterday. In the end, only this place was found. This place is an underground casino, but now both the house and the players inside have turned into zombies. There are about 160 of them. I didn't find any special zombies like mutants. Thank you. Good job. He thinks, is this the zombie slaughterhouse from my past night? No, it's not impossible. The hospitals ended up like this because they are enclosed, and the mountain of flesh is extremely hard to kill. What could this be? This place is very remote. If something happens, it's hard for people to remember and spread the word about this location. You went to all the places with rumors and only found this one, right? Yes, sir. It seems someone is still collecting zombies. A place where they put the zombies must be the slaughterhouse. The military only contains a few dozen zombies at most, not 160. But this person seems to want to collect them. It It seems to be a pioneer. Some information. This is going to be very interesting. In the next scene, our protagonist is already in front of the location, holding his hand up and asking them to open the doors. Slowly, they open the doors, and countless zombies try to rush out. They run, jump, and throw themselves over each other. But our protagonist remains still. The first one that reaches him gets kicked in the stomach. Even Suzin was called to this location, and the queen's daughter is completely terrified. Virus absorption. The system alerts. Congratulations, you've earned the title Zombie Hunter after killing a total of 300 zombies. The Zombie Hunter title gives you +C in all attributes and increases your damage to zombies by 5%. You've also acquired 500 different zombie samples. You can exchange them for skill points in your talent tree. Zombie Serum Formula. Interesting. This is a very valuable item. Even awakened adventurers can have trouble with zombies. I'll buy the serum formula for 300 virus points. No one has the same virus resistance ability as I do. Song Zikyong, call everyone. Remember the plan I gave you, right? Of course I remember, says Song Zikyong. We see everyone is prepared, except for her daughter, Song Ji, who looks disgusted. Killing a fish with cold weapons greatly reduces the chances of it turning into a monster when the challenge arrives. Killing a zombie with a single blow prevents it from becoming a monster. I want to see each of your strengths. Who will go first? I'll go, says the queen's assistant, Chinger, stepping forward. Our protagonist releases the zombie towards her, and she charges with her hands. She grabs the zombie and delivers a powerful judo throw, slamming it to the ground with such force that its neck breaks. The zombie spits blood, and she does it all quickly, elegantly, and with great precision. Next, Zikyong takes a baseball bat and starts smashing the zombie's skull on the ground. It seems your strength isn't enough. You took it down in one blow, but it took you more than 10 hits to finish it. Suzin also manages to kill the zombie, but ends up exhausted on the ground. Your strength is very weak, but you relied on the structure and anatomy of the human body and managed to kill it. Song Ji, it's your turn now. Go. But Song Ji wets herself in fear. No, I can't do this. Wet yourself without even fighting. Failure. Zikyong, come here. Chinger went to all the places where there were rumors of zombies and monsters, but only found this one. That's abnormal. Investigate thoroughly. Yes, of course. As for Song Ji, she's very bad. Find someone to train her. But you haven't eliminated the virus yet. Here, take this, he says, showing the zombie virus serum. These steps are so complicated. Just put the materials in the formula and it does the rest. That's the beauty of potion formulas. Thank you for your trust, sweetheart. I'll do my best to fulfill the task given to me. Do your job and find someone to take me back. Of course, sir. I'll arrange that. Our protagonist thinks that his post must have been seen by many people, but no pioneer has contacted him yet. He checks the comments and sees a lot of nonsense, but finally finds something that catches his attention. Someone sent a message saying they are also a pioneer and asking what our protagonist knows. It seems not everyone is an idiot. Talking to this pioneer, our protagonist discovers he has an S-rank mind control ability. Chen Bai gives him the link to join Chat Zezen 1 and communicate with the other pioneers. This person's name is Han Zio. Upon joining the White Emperor group, Han Zio wants to invite another person named Shuichuan, whom our protagonist knows very well. Sure, invite him. And if you find any other pioneers, invite them too. It seems I hit the jackpot this time. In the next scene, it's already 7:30 in the evening and the sun is setting. Lu Lai asks, is there any result from the investigation on the zombie collection? Yes, actually. The one involved is the Lord of Zhangcheng. They sent zombies into containers at a Mankai yard near the Zhangcheng dock. I sent someone else to try to get more information, and now it's time to meet as agreed, but they haven't returned yet. No reason to wait any longer, says Lu Lai, and suddenly, several zombies drop dead in front of her. She's shocked by this. There seems to be another person at the scene. She looks up and sees who threw the zombies, and I've just been discovered. Early the next morning, at Song Zikyong's mansion, our protagonist was talking with a pioneer who had been recruited into his group and wanted to know more about this person's ability. My ability is SS Yin Wood Body. Yin Wood is the source of infinite life. With the Yin soul entering the body, it is the land of eternal life. So, it's SS level, right? And the activation course of your ability is quite high. The initial average ability of a normal person is only 3 to 5 points, and currently yours is 15. Yes, but I'm not afraid of that. If your spirit isn't below 3, then it costs spirit to activate the wood body, and you need a lot of constitution. You can't be fragile in combat. The person thanks for the advice, when suddenly, Song Zikyong comes running near him. Why the rush? What's going on? Lu Lai managed to find the place where the zombies were being collected, near the Mankai dock, but she got caught, and they're trying to negotiate. The protagonist stands up. Did they contact you? Did you give up on Lu Lai? Master, I raised Lu Lai. lie. I'm sure she won't betray us. Besides, she was leading the investigation. The problem probably occurred with the people she sent to investigate. Alright, then I'll go save her. Thanks, Master. Meanwhile, at the Mankai container yard, Miss Lu Lai, says Xingmeng. You don't know what you've gotten yourself into, but I didn't touch you out of respect for Song Ziqiang. If she makes the right choice, you will be my subordinate. If not, you'll become my plaything. He pours a glass of wine towards her. Here, let's toast again, but this time don't spit it on the ground. Alright, cheers. Lu Lai doesn't drink. You know, people say it's bad luck, he says, and sees that there's already a broken glass on the ground. Suddenly, they hear the sound of cutlery. Someone is cutting meat. But what if the girl doesn't like to drink? Meng thinks. Since when has this guy been here? And, looking at Lu Lai, are you hungry? This meat here isn't bad. And you're Lu Lai? I'm here to take you home. She's already smitten with the protagonist. Did Song Ziqiang send you? No. If you got this close to me without me noticing, you're a pioneer too, aren't you? She asks. But the protagonist just ignores her and is already untying Lu Lai. Go ahead. Miss Zong is waiting for you in a car outside. Ah, okay. And it seems that Zong is already under your control. Yes, that's right. Interesting. But it's not like the Queen of Zhongcheng will give up so easily. You must have interesting methods. We can have a meeting here to exchange ideas. You know, talk about various interesting things. Of the 3 great forces of Zhongcheng, I subjugate the Lord. You subjugated the Queen, and now only the commander is left. Why don't you help me become the king of Zhongcheng? You can be my confidant. Let's toast to that. Oh, no, I refuse, says the protagonist. Xingmeng is already shot and drops the 2 glasses that shatter on the ground. Don't worry, I have S-level talent, which is the highest level. Or would you also like a wine-based punishment? From what I've seen here, you're not just collecting zombies, but also creating new zombies with living people. Having such a powerful ability as yours is harmful and useless. It's better for you to die soon. And also, you won't be useful to me because my talent is SSS level. My talent is called Assassination Progression. It can permanently transfer part of the attributes of the target I kill to me and can grow infinitely. This incredible superior level ability of mine is only S level, and yours is SSS level. What will happen if I take it for myself? Huh? Will I become a god? You almost guessed it, but I can't tell you that, thinks the protagonist. It happens that he has a pure combat talent of unlimited growth, and those claws must be the equipment. Yes, arrogant child. I hope you increase my attributes after your death. Don't disappoint me. But when his attack comes, the protagonist is no longer there. In fact, he also drew his claws. So, your talent is shape-shifting, isn't it? Interesting, but your strength is still not enough to beat me. The protagonist thinks, it's not the equipment, it's an ability. It seems he didn't explain everything he has, and I don't know what effects it can have, so I have to be careful. Here it comes, to hell with you. And he leaps with his claws toward our protagonist, who conjures a hammer in his hand and counters. Their 2 attacks collide with great force, but this time, our protagonist gains the upper hand with his claws. They continue the battle with their hands imbued with power, but when our protagonist tries to crush his opponent with the hammer, Xingmeng manages to hold it. Are you alright, kid? It seems like you don't have the strength to continue. You're not SSS. Show me your full talent. I am using my talent. You just haven't noticed yet. Oh, you're bluffing, you bastard. And before our protagonist realizes it, it's too late as he takes a heavy blow and is thrown into one of the containers. Your strength, agility, and physique are all inferior to mine, yet you constantly try to seem stronger. Your little tricks won't work on me. What? He suddenly starts coughing up a lot of blood, and several system screens appear in front of him. Notification. You have just received a negative effect. Abnormal body temperature, slow thinking, slow movement, and increased energy consumption. What's happening? Your physique is really good. My virus took a while to take effect. But how do you feel with so many diseases in the same body? Huh, you bastard. But he is only met with a grab from our protagonist, who pierces his chest. I told you I was different, didn't I? It's a pity you didn't believe me. Now, I will absorb you and receive the results of your absorption. You better not disappoint me. All that's left of the enemy are the claws that fall to the ground. System alert. The evolved human has been absorbed, and the black light virus has completed its awakening, initiating the second stage of the virus, providing a significant increase in your attributes, becoming the base attribute of the monarch's virus body. System alert. The devouring capacity of the black light has evolved. You can choose to see parts of your target's memories with a low probability of obtaining any mastered skill from your opponent. It seems that the attribute bonus provided by the black light has increased. This is a huge benefit for me. Let's see how many attributes were added. Before this happened, it was 30% more strength, 20% more spirit, and 100% regeneration. And the system shows that currently it's 50 more strength, 50 more agility, 50 more physique, 40 more spirit, and 200% regeneration. As expected, each of them them increased by 20, and all were added to my base attributes. Currently, his stats are as follows. Talent, SSS Virus Monarch level, almost leveling up strength, 65 plus 3 agility, 71 plus 3 physique, 61 plus 3 spirit, 48 plus 2 title bonus, Pioneer Charisma, Unknown Luck, Unknown Gold, 6 gold coins, 34 silver coins, and 91 copper coins. It looks like I won't be able to play with ordinary people with attributes below 5. They're too fragile for me. Equipment, plants, consumables. This guy was pretty lucky. He must have killed several mutant zombies, or he wouldn't have half the equipment and items he has here in this inventory. He sees the description of the zombie claws and the biological hazard disaster. Zombie claw, plus 10 agility and plus 8 strength. When hitting the enemy, gain a recovery bonus. Additional abilities. Ghost claws, active ability, plus 10% agility, plus 20% attack speed. Requirements, 25 agility and D level. And now the plant, or the C rank biological hazard disaster formula. Necessary materials, zombie claw, equipment, Rosen muscle, tyrant bones, heretic heart, and Lord's brain. Look at that. It seems to be a C rank formula. This guy's luck attribute must have been very high, but now it's all mine. Already at night, our protagonist walks and reflects a bit on what has happened so far. My talent has gone from S to SSS, and those 3 rumors that happened in my past life were also very rewarding, and at the same time, I have already taken Song Zikyong for myself. Master, please get in the car, says Song Zikyong. He is still thinking, with my current strength, it's not worth the effort to look for monsters of this type, not before the arrival of the judgment. In these last days before the universal will arrives, I'll try to organize everything. Let's prepare for what's to come. Inside Song Zikyong's compound, our protagonist is at the window, waiting for everything to unfold. A voice in the back of his mind is saying, the great challenge will soon be upon us. Suddenly, he hears several knocks on the door. Master, fortunately, we managed to complete everything you proposed on time. We have information on terrain, population, and the size of the population from the central area to the villages on the mountain peaks. When the great challenge arrives, we will be able to clear everything and take full control first. And as for the purchase of materials, it is all finalized and compiled in the list I left here. Time is running out, sir. What else would you like us to do? Nothing more than this. Good work. Just put all the information on the table. With that, the protagonist sends a message to the Pioneers group. In 10 minutes, the great judgment will begin, so don't be complacent with your initial advantage and rare talents. Stay calm. The judgment will bring dangers you can't imagine, and I don't want anyone in this group to disappear. In 10 minutes. Thanks for the warning, group leader. Thank you. 9 minutes. 8 minutes. I can't wait. 7 minutes. Dude, chill. Just 6 minutes. Group leader, I'm so nervous. Meanwhile, people are trying to comfort each other in the group, as everyone is nervous. Everyone, come and see. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Soon this quiet and peaceful place will become history, and the world as we know it will come to an end. Still 5 seconds left. Sister, I'm so scared. Don't be afraid. 4 seconds remaining. 3 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining. 1 second remaining. June 15th. And today the great challenge, the thread of universal will, begins. The apocalypse of the blue star has officially started. The surviving humans will become evolved humans, with abilities to defeat these creatures and gain experience. Other races that came along with the challenge will partake in both life and death. The proving ground is the famous blue planet, Earth, which will have various secret realms and rifts. Whether this is a danger or an opportunity, it's up to you to decide. Do your best, grow, and evolve. Suddenly, the system notifies him. The hourglass of time has been recognized and is now bound. What? Hourglass of time recognized? No, they are still here. No one can know about it. Hey, you guys. Now, when he looks around, everyone is paralyzed. He looks out the window to see what's happening, but in reality, everything around him has stopped. The airplane that was crashing is now frozen in the air. Time has stopped, and the hourglass of time starts emitting particles that gather in the protagonist's chest. The hourglass of time has been successfully embedded. Hourglass of time, soul binding. Abilities still locked. Time reversal, active. Rewind time to any point in the past and erase everything gained in the erased timeline. Cooldown remaining, 72 years, 6 months, and 7 days. This ability cannot be modified by any ability or equipment to reduce its cooldown. The next 2 abilities are also locked, so the hourglass is giving me benefits because I revived based on it. What? Save status. And the system shows another screen. Save status, active ability. Mark the current physical and mental state, ability status, and its cooldown. Load status. Loading the saved status does not affect retained items or memories. Cooldown, 1 hour. Next ability locked. This is an ability that can save my life multiple times and only has a cooldown of 1 hour. Sir, I thought I felt like you called us. Do you have any orders? Or did I hear wrong? Listen carefully. Go check the condition of the compound quickly. The night is very dangerous, so keep everyone on alert. We have to hold out until sunrise. Of course, sir, will do. The next day, when the city is already in chaos, some zombies are trying to climb the stairs in Song Zikyung's compound. Zong leaps into action with her new ability, Amethyst Eyes of Rank S. Ability, Amethyst Pupils, which transform objects into amethyst or imbue objects for attack or defense, with power increasing based on the target's mental strength. Crystal Analysis allows her to see the attributes of the target, and she begins to analyze the zombie approaching her. It's a normal zombie with a strength of 5, agility of 3, physique of 4, and spirit of 0. It's an ordinary adult infected by the zombie virus, either bitten or scratched, and its weakness is the head. Song Zikyung swiftly decapitates it without much ceremony, revealing a massive horde of zombies. But there's already another person prepared to deal with them. One of Song Zikyung's assistants, who has the assassin ability of rank A, steps in. Ability. All sounds made by the body are invisible and completely undetectable, with increased strength and sensitivity, plus 30% agility in shadows, and 100% attack speed on the first strike against the target. She leaps from her position and begins a massacre of zombies. Ma'am, we have some wounded survivors. Treat them with zombie serum. Leave them here and I will heal them, says Su Zin. With the high recovery ability of rank B, high speed recovery increases the body's self-healing and regeneration speed from injuries and energy and can be used on others. Meanwhile, in another part of the compound, I see things are going well so far. Just as we had previously organized, we have the entire territory, the people at our disposal, and no incidents have occurred so far. Well, I'll leave this with you. I have more important things to do now. Ah, yes, of course, replies Song Zikyung, and he leaps out, flying. Currently, he is on his way to Zhongcheng Mountain. In the early stages of the final judgment, it was quite problematic that some assets, like vehicles and firearms, could not be used, but with my current speed, I can get there in time. On the first day of the apocalypse, I saw that symbol appearing in the sky over the great University of Zhongcheng. It took a long time to figure out what it was. It's too late to regret it, and this time I will seize this opportunity. By dawn, the protagonist arrives at the university and kills all the zombies there. And here is the symbol that all the people who are desperately evolving want to see. This symbol means that an avatar of a god is going to descend here. Wait a moment, there aren't many guys as strong as you in the early days of the judgment. I am a trader, a merchant. Would you like to do business with me? I am honored to do business with you. I am just a trader. There's no need to feel honored. After hearing your name and the honor surrounding it, and seeing your symbol, I know very well who you are. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Kind, generous, and powerful. The protagonist bows to this person, the god of trades, Lord Leto. We see the face of Lord Leto, the king of trades. I am flattered, very flattered. I see you are destined to meet me, so I'll give you a gift for our first meeting. This is my gold card for VIP clients. If you buy Goblin Trade items, you will get a 12% discount. The protagonist thinks, in my past life, it took me a long time to find him, so he was immune to this kind of flattery. It's best to act quickly. Thank you very much, sir. You are very generous, as everyone says. And of course, since you are willing to trade, let me show you my current products. This is the Stormwalker profession scroll from my previous life. So, it was purchased here, and there are many other profession items. Sorry, Lord Leto, but I want to buy everything you have. But I don't think I can do that now. Of course, I knew that at the start of the great test, people would be without their gold. But my products are not to be thrown away, kid. So, work hard, get rich, and we will meet again in the future. The protagonist is somewhat disappointed by this, but before Leto leaves, he says something else. Lord Leto, although I can't buy your products, I heard that gods cannot directly participate in the trials and need to invest in evolved beings to profit from the trials. Would you have any intention of investing in me? Ah, kid, you know a lot, don't you? So, you want my investment? Yes, I heard you have a treasure coveted by all the other gods, and I won't refuse it. If you invest in me, you won't regret it. The investment should be very profitable, and that's what all the gods covet. What arguments do you have to convince me that I should invest in you? Even though you are my admirer, I won't make a deal that brings me losses. Our protagonist shows his claws, the great hammer fist, and the large creature surrounding his body, an SSS class. Look at this, Lord Leto. This is what I am capable of. Look, an SSS talent. A different, peculiar talent that I had never seen before. It seems the great challenge on the blue planet is quite interesting. It's really tempting, even though I wasn't planning to invest in anyone so soon. Okay, young man, I will give you a chance, and you should feel very honored by this opportunity. If it weren't for the fact that you are so talented, and if there was already another god's aura in you, I would refuse. So, So, does that mean I can take my precious investments now? No, talent alone doesn't determine the future. Among the gods, there are those with fewer talents, but of higher levels. To earn more of my dear investment, you will need to prove your worth through your own strength and growth. A system message appears for him. Mission notice. The goblin god of trade, Leto, has issued you an SSS level mission titled Final Investment. Will you accept? Of course, I accept. When you complete your mission, use this coin to summon me. Don't keep me waiting too long. Lord Leto, I wonder if you could show me this treasure that all the gods covet. Of course, I can. The item is an SSS grade dual profession scroll. It allows the user to have dual professions simultaneously, enabling dual profession attribute growth, attribute bonuses, and abilities to take effect at the same time. Dual profession? Okay, my dear, the transaction is complete, and it's time for me to go. Today's harvest was quite pleasant, and I hope you can complete your mission. System, open mission panel. The mission is called Final Investment SSS. Mission description. To obtain the most valuable investment from the wisest and greatest goblin god of trade, you need to show sufficient proof. Mission objective. Find a special copy of the secret realm at Zhongcheng University. Defeat the creature Leto is interested in, and obtain a part of its body to give to Leto. Mission reward. Leto, the goblin god of trade, will decide the reward. A reward decided by Leto. Truly, he is a god of trade. His reputation in my previous life was very good. If I do a good job, I'm sure I won't suffer any loss. But did this university really have a secret realm in the early days? It must have been very well hidden because I never even heard of it. I guess I should start my search. Now, we shift to a scene in the university gymnasium. It looks like some bullies are messing with a guy and they throw him near some girls. Now, all of you take off your clothes. You're all going to serve me as slaves or I'll kill you. Got it. Monkeys, you damn bastard. All right, if you want to die so badly, I'll make it happen for you. But don't worry, I'll kill you slowly. You're going too far. Shut up. You. Suddenly, the gym doors explode completely, and from the thick smoke, someone emerges. It's our protagonist. Was it you who beat up these students? Intruder? Yes, it was me. What's wrong? Don't you like it? Okay, then. He speeds towards the guy and makes a vertical slash, completely eviscerating him. Another bully tries to punch our protagonist, but all we see is blood spraying. Hey, is any of you in the medical school? I'm looking for something and need help from someone familiar with the school. The crowd starts murmuring. Medical school? Anyone? I remember seeing her on the medical campus. Please, don't kill me, says a terrified girl. I didn't hurt anyone, he replies. The girl seems to be an exchange student and doesn't speak their language well, so she starts stumbling over her words, pleading with the protagonist not to kill her. The others even laugh at her panic. I promise I won't do anything. Sir, she really didn't hurt anyone, and she was trying to stop those two guys. All right then, she'll stay with me, and the rest of you can go. When you leave here, follow the trail of dead zombies until you reach the Zhongcheng compound, and tell the gate that you came by Changbai. The people there will receive and shelter you. Leave the school, but it's full of zombies, and the compound is quite far from here, isn't it? Don't worry about that. I've cleared the path to there, so you don't need to worry about zombies. You'll only be in danger if a very powerful creature shows up. And I know that since you've survived until now, you're awakened, aren't you? If you're scared now, imagine later when things get much worse. You'll be dead meat. I understand. Thank you. I'm going now. Can't I go with them? Why do you want to keep me here? Oh, I get it. It seems you students here have a thing for foreign girls. Huh. Is that why you want me with you? Just don't be violent with me. No, you misunderstood. I'm not interested in anything romantic. Didn't you hear me earlier? I needed help from someone studying medicine. Oh, sorry. I was so scared before that I didn't hear anything. After that, they head to the university stadium. Hey, Chen, can we take a break? I'm so tired of walking. Oh no, I'll give you a push. How about that? And he already pushes the girl forward. Hey, my blouse. They quickly arrive at the medical research department. Ah, Mr. Chen, you are very persistent. I would have lost my blouse if I hadn't held it with my foot. So, this is the research building, right? There's a room on the 3rd floor where only professors can enter. They say it has many samples of bacteria and viruses. There's also that side that goes underground, which isn't the garage. It's the incinerator down there. If there's something hidden in the department, that's the only place I can think of. Okay, follow me. They enter a strange room with various colorful test tubes and a giant capsule. It seems like there are a lot of strange things here. This is the virus research lab. Look at this. I never thought Zhongcheng University had such a rare treasure. Most of these are flu viruses. Well, it makes sense. It's a school, right? The system alerts. You have gained enough flu virus points to improve the flu ability to decrease. Oh, so the flu can give me an ability? Well, let's try it. Right. Successfully upgraded the influenza ability. Influenza releases a flu virus that infects a target within range, reducing all target attributes and adding a negative condition. Snap. sneeze, which can interrupt all types of actions and abilities. Wow, this is very powerful. It can interrupt abilities. This sneeze is incredible. When I went through the virus skill tree, I didn't pay much attention, but it seems I need to pay attention to the other viruses too. An SSS level talent is really terrifying. I still have some virus points left, and the Goblin Gods challenge doesn't seem simple. So, for now, I'll increase my strength. System, open the Black Light Virus skill tree. Passive upgrades unlocked. Skill, Flying, can adhere to any surface with the Black Light Virus and greatly increases balance and sense of direction. Skill, Concentration. Concentration is greatly improved, enhancing dynamic vision and reflexes and doubling the ability to control all body muscles. The protagonist punches forward and thinks, all muscles. He completely shatters the wall in front of him. The girl, who is behind, thinks, with just the shock of his punch, he did that? Good thing he didn't use that before. If I can control all my muscles, I can deliver a blow regardless of size. Even a fraction of a millimeter is enough for a full power punch. Hey, girl, why are you blushing? Oh, nothing. There's nothing for me here. Let's get out of here. They head to the basement of the virus research lab. It's dark here without electricity. Calm down. Don't move. I can sense things well here. When he opens the doors, there's something very bright at the back. You stay here. But Chen, I'm scared. As he approaches, he realizes it's a portal to a dungeon. The system asks, are you sure you want to enter the frozen incinerator dungeon? Recommended level 5 to 10. Yes, of course, I do. You have just entered the special dungeon frozen incinerator. A successful cleanup of the dungeon can make it exist permanently, but if not cleared in 2 days, it will disappear. No wonder I never heard about this in my past life. He sees several zombies rising. It looks like it's time. Several mutant zombies charge at the protagonist, attempting to surround him. With a slash across the first one's chest, he kills it, and the system alerts. You have just killed a level 5 resurrected body, gaining 400 experience points. A zombie conjures an ice tornado. No wonder they didn't attack all at once. They wanted to ambush me, didn't they? But you were too slow, and now I'll send you to hell. He pierces the zombie's chest. This is indeed a very special dungeon. It gives a lot of experience points. The system shows he gained another 1,000 experience points for killing the creature. Come on, creatures, come to me. The more, the better. As he continues to kill, he gains 400, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 400 experience points. He is furiously slaughtering them all. System alert, you have leveled up. You are now level 4 and have 2 attribute points to use. Your subordinates are all dead. Why don't you show yourself? Huh? How about I give you a little help? Suddenly, one of the walls is completely destroyed, but what emerges from the core is just a small, ugly lump of flesh. How did this little ball of meat trigger my senses? I have to kill this before it transforms. But he was too late, because when he struck, the lump of flesh grew an arm and defended itself. To counterattack, the protagonist uses the influenza virus, but the system alerts that it has no effect on this target. He takes a heavy hit and is slammed against the wall. Damn. The name of this creature is Biomania. The creature charges furiously at Chen, who doesn't back down and strikes back. He tears off the monster's arm, but it begins to regenerate quickly. Since I was reborn, I haven't fought with all my strength. If I stayed idle any longer, I might have rusted. I'll use you to restore some of my power. The scene shifts to an hour later, and they are still exchanging blows. Interesting. So your regeneration isn't infinite, is it? Suddenly, he uses the hourglass ability to revert to the status he had saved. Let's see if you are truly immortal. The next scene is an hour later. Now it's taking longer for you to heal, isn't it? Will you eventually stop healing? Another hour later, the monster is already in pieces on the ground. Let's go. Buddy, I'm not done with you yet. Another hour later, the monster returns to its original form. Looks like you can't recover more than this. It was fun, but everything must come to an end, right? He stomps on the monster. You have killed Biomania, the level 8 boss, and gained 10,000 experience points. You have leveled up and are now level 5, gaining 2 more free attribute points. You must now leave the dungeon because it has been completed. The frozen incinerator dungeon is now permanent, and the cooldown for use is 3 days. Would you like to upload the process of how you cleared this dungeon? You can choose to hide your face, Idaho, and name, and also set the price for each view. Okay? Upload it and hide my appearance. Meanwhile, back at Song Zikyong's compound. Huh, what's this? Chat group Season 1 announcement. The Awakened White has just cleared the nightmare level frozen incinerator dungeon. The viewing price is 1 copper coin. Let's watch. Everyone in Pioneers Group Season 1 also starts watching the video. Wow, it's so fast. I had to slow it down to follow. Now that's a fight. No, this can't be right. The monster's regeneration is better than Chen's, and he's fighting like that. Chen healed completely from that. Various comments start appearing from the other pioneers, while our protagonist is still there, absorbing all the viruses. passes. Special mutant virus complex consumed. 300 points absorbed for the black light virus. The good thing is that the black light virus has its own evolution points, which are different from the virus talent points. I can only evolve black light abilities, but they're very powerful. The black light virus has evolved, increasing recovery speed by 300%. Acquired passive ability of the black light virus. Level a cellular regeneration. Cellular regeneration passive. You can use a certain amount of your energy or other energy to regenerate as quickly as possible, allowing you to regenerate a severed limb. This passive can be turned on or off. This is great. Another passive ability, and it's level A. Now, let's finally see what this nightmare level boss dropped for me. He sees 3 items that look very promising. Biodemon Professional Scroll Class A. Unique item. A profession that absorbs other living beings to enhance oneself. It has the ability to stimulate its own cells to greatly improve strength and recovery capacity. Note: excessive absorption can cause gene disintegration or mutation, and the consequences are unknown. Requirement: awaken to level 10 and physique greater than 15. A unique class, a profession with both risks and benefits. But I already have the black light. Grade C genetic essence. A perfect genetic essence that can greatly improve someone's physical condition. Each awakened person can only take it once. Okay, this one isn't bad. He takes the genetic essence. Permanently increased strength by 2, physique by 6, and agility by 3. Grade D faceless skin. Special defense. Description: special skin product with various genes, excellent defense, and can alleviate skin sagging. Plus 10 agility, plus 10 physique, and plus 10 defense. Body modeling. Long-term use can improve body shape with better effects on women. Dynamic skin. After using it, you can change the color and shape of any part of your body according to your own ideas. The description of this dynamic skin is a bit ambiguous, isn't it? Is it a body modification or an equipment item? Either way, I'll just keep this. It looks like I got more items from other monsters too. Most are ordinary equipment. But there's a good skill book. Skill book. Activates cells rank D. Activates and increases cell activity for a short period, dramatically increasing recovery ability. Cooldown 10 hours. Note: if you already have the advanced version of this skill, then this skill book is invalid. No matter. This skill book can save lives, and I can trade it for other things in the chat. Well, it's almost time to leave. I just need to take a body part and give it to Leto to complete the mission. He probably didn't expect me to finish so quickly. Do you want to leave the dungeon? Goblin God of Trade. Something doesn't feel right. Leto isn't a bad merchant. He doesn't move aimlessly. He must have come here for a reason. He said I was an unexpected bonus. He came to do something. So, his main objective was probably this special dungeon. But given the value I received, there's no need for the divine avatar to appear here. Could my purpose have nothing to do with this dungeon? Or am I missing something? Thinking about it. If there's something I haven't seen in this dungeon, it must be here inside. He takes a closer look inside the incinerator. Metal plates. Incinerator fire exits. There might be something in this pipe here, right? I think I need to take a look. If I don't investigate everything, I might miss something, right? He jumps and starts running along the walls of the pipe. This pipe is very long, longer than the height of the room. But when he reaches the end, he is surprised to find it's a dead end. No, this can't be. There's nothing here at the bottom. When he gives it a little poke, he is startled as a face appears. His reaction is to punch the face, which reveals a nameless mask. The description reads: the primary cause of the generator phenomenon is unknown, but the appearance of this mask grants it miraculous functions and effects. This is indeed an item. A nameless mask. A description that reads like a riddle. It's more like an item related to a god. I guess this is what Leto wanted. Well, I'll take it for myself anyway. As he exits the dungeon. Chen, you are so strong. I watched your video. I love you. Chen, wait, you have copper coins? Yes. When the others fought against zombies, I collected some. The protagonist thinks, I wonder how many gold coins I have right now. The video cost 1 copper coin. So many people must have watched it. At that moment, he had 918 gold coins, 75 silver coins, and 32 copper coins. Not enough. I need 1,000 to unlock my vault. The vault is protected by the universal will from any kind of detection and is the safest way to store items. I guess I'll have to wait until I finish my mission. They leave the medical building. Chen, are you heading to that compound you mentioned? No, there are still some things I need to do. Let's find a place to stay for the night around here. Look, near the university, there are some high-class hotels, and since they are tall buildings, they should be safe. Okay, you lead the way. The hotel she takes the protagonist to is a love hotel for couples. I think this is not the right hotel. I think it's that type of hotel that starts with a, oh no, I didn't like that idea. Sorry, I thought you came here for this kind of thing. She was already dressed in a nurse outfit for the protagonist. No, of course. I like to see that. bad, but I don't like what you're wearing right now. Okay, I'll find another one. No, not that one either. It doesn't inspire much confidence. You know, it's not enough. Student outfit? Seriously, you're already a student. Isn't there any more interesting outfit here? And how about this one? Okay, not bad. You're going to be my little kitten tonight. Come here. Some scenes that can't be described must have happened behind the scenes, because the next scene shows the two of them sleeping in bed and the protagonist getting up. Okay, now I have enough. Let's set up our storage. The system alerts. Storage space open. Cost 1,000 gold coins. You can choose your successor. It cannot be detected by any skill or technique, is absolutely private and secret, and is protected by the universal will. Inside the storage space, the first thing he puts in is the nameless mask. Okay, time to complete the mission. He takes the coin Leto gave him and tosses it to start summoning the god. There was a saying in my past life that was widely spread. When trading with Leto, emotions are part of the currency. This means Leto will adjust the rewards to take care of the emotions in the transaction or object. Of course, the premise is that you have enough value in Leto's eyes. Hello, little one. I didn't expect you to summon me so quickly. Have you already completed the mission to prove your skill? Yeah, and here's your proof. A part of the creature from the dungeon you sent me to. He throws a piece of the creature literally at Leto's feet, and the thing is still somewhat twitching. Quite disgusting. It seems it was killed some time ago. You completed the task last night, didn't you? Why didn't you call me right after? Or do you not want this scroll so much? Actually, I discovered something. You, whom I admire and respect so much. Why did you hide the difficulty of the dungeon from me? I didn't know the difficulty was nightmare until I entered it. If I didn't have my tricks, I would have died in there. Yes, I understand. My little one, I can understand your frustration, but I can explain. Indeed, it was part of the test. There's no way I would give such a treasure to someone who couldn't handle the unexpected. Do you understand me now, little one? Okay, I get it. So, I accept the reward. And what's your next mission? Well, it was wrong of me to hide the information in the first place, and you've also proven your worth. So, you get to choose the reward for this mission, and the next task will be the final round task. Do you accept? I appreciate and understand your generosity, Lord Leto. You can take your item, but the limit is quality B. Various items appear around the protagonist. I'll take this one. He picks up a recovery scroll. Look at that, a recovery scroll. You indeed have a lot of knowledge to achieve your goals. So, this is your final mission. Tim Bai is impressed by what he sees. Task alert. The god of goblins and trade, Leto, has given you an SSS level task. Final investment. Final round obtain 2 SSS level profession scrolls. Do you accept? What? 2 SSS level ones? Lord Leto, that's extremely difficult. You must know that even gods are not born with such professions. Of course, I know. My profession is level A, but you want my most precious treasure, so it must be in the best place, or we can end our meeting here. Okay, it seems I don't have many options. Do I? I'll accept. The scene shifts back to Song Zikyung's compound, where a giant rat is devouring a man. It is the mutant giant rat, level C, with strength 18, agility 20, physique 19, and energy 3. This one is much bigger than the one that appeared before. The first 2 teams sent were completely wiped out. Its attributes are 3 or 4 times higher than ours. We can't handle it. What do? We can't handle this rat now, but keep an eye on it. Suddenly, the rat jumps, breaking everything in front of it. Song Zikyung is saved by her assistant, and the rat smashes through, destroying everything. Sister Zikyung, you need to get out of here immediately. It's too late. This thing is too fast. The rat prepares to attack again, but the protagonist arrives just in time and delivers a powerful kick to the rat's spine, slamming it to the ground. Chen, it seems I arrived just in time. Chang, call the men to the battlefield to clean this up, and make sure to collect all the monster rewards. Song Zikyung, you will report everything that has happened so far. A bit later, inside the compound. So, the zombies were eliminated, and we were checking the place. Suddenly, those mutant rats appeared. They came from the east side of the compound. Master, I'm sorry. Those beasts appeared so suddenly and destroyed 6 of our warehouses. The total number of casualties exceeded 100. The specific list is here. Don't apologize. You did a good job. Go rest for a bit. I'll clean up the mutant rats from the rest of the village area. And, by the way, you need to find out their source. Thank you for your concern. But it would be bad if we all rested, and there was no one around to take care of you, right? I'd like to recommend someone to you. Lingyu, come here. This is Qin Lingyu. We've known each other for a long time, but we just rescued her from the compound. She graduated in law, so she's a lawyer and can help you with the compound rules from now on. And she's willing to be all yours. All right, Lingyu can stay, and the rest of you can rest. If you need anything from me, just let me know. Man, the protagonist said something I won't repeat here, but something's definitely going to happen.